I'm from University of Central Missouri. I'm finishing my master's this year. Yeah, and we'll be working Shennandoa today. Okay.
Rehearse the beginning a little bit.
Rehearse it? Okay, yeah, sure.
Rehearse the beginning.
Okay. Here's the beginning. Again. More time. Listening. With the quarter notes, for me specifically, I want a little more space. I kind of talked about this in a rehearsal recently where like string players, it's nice, they just go like this, string players, and sound happens. For us, we have to make a little more space in between the notes so that we hear it versus just like a wall of sound. So can we try that with the quarter notes specifically? Here's the beginning. That was my bad. Yeah, sorry.
Keep going.
Keep going? Okay. Can we try 2 measures before 11, please?
Do you want to say anything about the opening yet?
Yeah, sure. I think maybe a little more crescendo when you have the whole notes. I'll try to show it more. Do you want me to start at the beginning again?
You're rehearsing.
All right. Let's start at the beginning. Thank you.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
I threw you on the spot.
Yeah.
But you're going to be a master soon, so you're good at this. Right. Exactly. Number one, may I ask that you, whenever you're talking to players, people, you always ask them to do something. Never say, I would like it like this.
Okay.
Always use the word we as a question, never I as a statement. That's the first thing. And you do that right off the bat. You're like,
Okay.
I'd like these quarter notes to go more this way, right? If I said, Bailey, could we have the quarter notes be more like this? She would go, sure. If I said, Bailey, I want this to go this way, her response should be, I don't care. But she won't because she's sweet, and she would never do that.
Right.
But professional players never want to be told, do that. You know, I was talking to Chris Leese, who was doing the All Collegiate Orchestra, you know, and he's been doing the Charlotte Symphony for 3 years. And we were talking about how to address intonation, you know, and he's like, it's very diplomatic in our rehearsals. He goes, because you can't say, hey, that's out of tune, you're out of tune, you're out of tune. You have to say, hey, could we blend this? And he's like, you have to be very strategic about how you address intonation with professional players, right? But it's the same concept that we want to ask them, hey, could we try it this way? Or clarinets, could we get a better balance on the first note and see if that helps the intonation on the first note, which is still not good, right? And when they crescendo, their pitch is boom, going down, right? So asking questions rather than giving statements,
Sure.
okay? The other thing is, I don't think you're giving them enough information in the first few bars to kind of get this going.
Okay.
You want to create dialogue, right? And so I think your eyes, instead of looking down, need to move around from players and try to get them to listen and move together and do different things. So your hands could actually be a little more active, whereas your hands are a little quiet.
Okay.
They're just kind of subdued, you know? And what's this piece about? What is it supposed to be?
It's basically like a forbidden love story between a fur trader and Indian.
Right, but what's Omar Thomas's version? What is he trying to depict here?
The Shennandoa Valley and the rain
Yes.
covering the valley.
Right, it's cloudy. In those moments of, you know, these chords that shine are like the sun coming through the clouds, right?
Okay.
So you have to show that a little bit. Okay, let's go beginning again.
Okay.
See if you can create more dialogue. See if you can get them to listen more by how you move.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what some of it too is when you move over to 2, it's very abrupt. It's like, boom, fast
Okay.
over to 2. Go slower. It
Okay.
just needs to take more time.
Okay.
Right? I'm always fascinated how fast, the older I get, the faster young people seem to be going. They just go so much faster, you know? Except for Jeremy when he runs. Just kidding. I'll never be able to run as far as Jeremy. What are you going to say?
Hey, remember that time you were supposed to run with me in San
Yes, I know. Thank you.
You couldn't fit your running clothes in your suitcase?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
You need to be more patient, and every gesture needs to feel like it's taking forever. This is why I go slow on this piece. And you guys know, we went slower than Mark, because I feel like this piece needs to stretch. And the way he wrote it, it's not hard. Was it like a grade 3 or something? But he wrote the different time signatures, so the phrasing is already there. Like, you don't have to do anything. He could have written it in 4 and been like, rubato these beats, pull these beats back. He didn't even bother doing that. He wrote it 2/4, 3/4, so that's already built in. But I think you still have to let each beat live a little longer. Like, each note needs to be worth $500 and not 5.
It's a lot when you're a grad student, so.
It's a lot when you have a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Feel every note. Keep that wrist active and moving. last thing I'm going to tell you before we go on is, and this is a concept I want you to think about on your ride home. Try to be more of an inside-out conductor,
Okay.
so that the music goes in your head, it goes in through your heart, it goes back out through your arms, to your hands, to your fingertips, and out to the players, and then eventually to an audience.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I feel like it goes head to limbs, boom, and gone.
Right.
I want to see more of your inside come out, and we'll know when you take more time on these cadences and you hear the ends of each of them, and the notes stretch a little bit more. That's
Yeah.
when we'll really know that you're feeling that.
For sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just keep the wrist moving, keep everything really smooth, especially when you come across.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Thanks, Larry.
Cool. Thanks.
Good job.